Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and welcome to Throwback Weekend. I'll be ranking the schemes later in the video, but for now, let's focus on the race. Our race begins with Christopher Bell leading. Oh well, at least a throwback car is leading, even if it is being driven by a bushwhacker. Meanwhile, Sam Mayer and Justin Allgaier are seen battling in fourth. And Sam's throwback is also based on Kurt Busch's car, and they even added the grass. Nice touch. Brandon Jones is seen battling Christopher Bell for the lead, and he too has a throwback scheme based on the Dollar General car that Matt Kenseth ran. And by the way, you're actually going to see a minor fact about this car later in the video. And Jeb is also battling his cousin Harrison Burton, and his car is a throwback to the Hardy's car, which I own as a die-cast bank, and its original car was also one of the few cars to run Hoosier tires in '94. Yeah, because there was the tire war going on with Hoosier trying to beat Goodyear. Yeah. I just hope that we would get a tire war nowadays with Goodyear and Firestone battling. Because Super GT has a tire war. And we need more racing series that have multiple tires. Well, multiple tire manufacturers. But anyways, Justin Allgaier makes a pass for 6th and overtakes Taylor Gray. Here we go. Brandon attempts to make a pass. Brandon is still trying to go Matt Kenseth on Taco Bell, and he wants that lead. It's become a 4-way throwback battle now as Sam Mayer joins the battle. And guess what? Our first caution comes out, and Chris Wright gets involved in it. Good Lord, how many cautions does he not get involved in? Josh Williams also got some damage done to his car, which is sad because his car is based on the U.S. Army car, although it looks a lot like Regan Smith's 01 car. Harrison Burton also decides to go down to pit road, and he wants his pit crew to make adjustments to his car while he gets tires and gas. Our caution ends with Justin Allgaier taking the lead. Ross Chastain is also in the race. He's running the number 9 Junior Motorsports entry that is also shared with Shane Van Gisbergen. Holy crap! Harrison Burton is jumping up. His car is a throwback to his dad's car, and he's also the last driver to lead every lap in a NASCAR race, that being Jeff Burton, not Harrison Burton. For those of you who don't remember, Jeff Burton led every lap at the 2000 Duraloop 300 and won that race. Although he did it with the XI Batteries car, which ironically enough, Matt DiBenedetto is also throwing back to. Oh wow, he's now leading! Go Harrison. I've never seen Harrison lead a race since last year. Sam Mayer also got loose and got into the wall. Harrison wins the first stage with the Sitco throwback car. Our race off the pit road begins, and Brandon wins the race off the pit road. The stage caution is with Justin Allgaier leading. Justin finally has a worthy opponent who can challenge him on throwback weekend. Christian Eckes gets past Harrison Burton for second. Ross is now in second. In the back, there's contact between Chase Elliott and Jeb Burton. Jeb goes into the pits while Ross and Justin battle for the lead. Justin hangs on to his lead. Brandon starts battling Christian Eckes for third. Eckes now jumps up to second. Chase Elliott gets past Brennan Poole for 10th. Yeah, I misspelled that, by the way. It's not spelled with D. It's Brennan Poole, spelled with 2 N's. Although his car I really like, and you're going to see why. We see Nick Sanchez hold off Austin Hill. And he did a great job on that, and his throwback scheme is also based off of an Indy racing car that Bobby Unser ran. So far, so good. Not that many cautions going on. Justin Allgaier wins the second stage, and just like that, we go on to the final stage. Wow, that was quick. We get our next race off pit road, and Justin wins it this time around. And we have issues off of pit road. But anyways, our stage caution ends with Justin Allgaier doing what else? Leading. And then all of a sudden, Ross is now in the lead. Austin Hill gets loose, and this could have been another disastrous caution, but thankfully he saves it. Brandon overtakes Eckes for fourth. Taylor Gray hits the wall and causes another caution. Almost every driver decides to go down to pit road under caution. Harrison Burton wins the race on pit road. Wait, what? Our caution ends with Brandon Jones leading, and just like that, another caution comes out with Garrett Smithley losing control. The caution ends with Brandon leading and his teammate Christopher Bell trying to take the lead. And guess what? Ross is now in second. Ross is now in the lead, and another caution comes out. Faust Pasta, Leland Honeyman, and Kyle Sieg all get involved in it. Almost every driver decides to pit in yet again. Brandon Jones wins the race on pit road. With 12 to go, Jeb starts leading until he loses the lead to Brandon. Brendan Poole starts falling behind due to him having worn tires. Yeah, seriously, I hate autocorrect. It's Brendan Poole, not Brendan Poole. Brennan. B-R-E-N-N-A-N. Like, this is something that computers don't understand. Justin Bowles chases Elliott for second while Brandon hangs on to his lead. And Brandon starts gaining a huge lead gap, something that Matt Kenseth would be proud of. With one lap to go, all Brandon has to do is hold on to his lead and not make any mistakes. He tries to, but it doesn't stop it from taking an excellent victory. And Sam McCauley finally has won an Xfinity Series race as crew chief, with Brandon Jones as the driver. All I wanted was to see a throwback car win the race, and I got just that. This race gets an 8 out of 10. Not the most exciting race in the world, but still good to watch. And hey, Brandon Jones gets to win once more. I can tell the Cup race is going to be more exciting. But anyways, on to the throwback scheme ranking. And this time, it's only the Xfinity Series and Cup Series that I have to worry about. No Truck Series race this time. Yeah, there's no Truck Series race at Darlington this time around. So, it's time to rank them individually. Well, there's only one Truck Series race in Darlington, I think, as opposed to 2 last year, so let's go. Here we are. So I'm ranking them from S, A, B, C, D, F, and doesn't count. Yeah, the doesn't count tier is usually for the cars that don't count towards throwback weekends. So we're going to start with 1 and end with the highest number, just like usual. Yeah, so Carson Quapple's car, based on Jamie McMurray's car that he ran, easily gets an S tier. Looks great, and it has the number in the right place. Well, I don't get why certain NASCAR fans hate that next-gen number placement. It's standard issue race car stuff. With most race cars, the number is right by the wheel well. Well, at least with the prototypes. So it's standard issue race car stuff. I actually don't mind the number placement with the next-gen cars. But I actually do like how the numbers are placed with the Xfinity cars. At least you don't complain with the number placement here. Alrighty, next up is number 2. Jesse Love, and he decided to sit out throwback weekend. Doesn't count. Yeah, I have no idea why Richard Childress Racing decided to sit out throwback weekend this year, considering that the 21 car of Kevin Harvick dominated the Busch Series, and it would have been great to see Austin Hill throw back to that car, but oh well. Can't always get what you want, am I right? Alright, so next number up is number 4. Yeah, number 4. Can't remember who drove this car. Get out of here, man. Let's see. Number 4. Parker Reslaff. Yeah, it's not a driver who is well known. Yeah, so Parker Reslaff's throwback car is based on the one that Ernie Irvan used to run in and won the Daytona 500 with. So easy S tier. I actually like it over the JB Murray car. Yeah, let's move it up to S. Yeah, it looks cool, and it definitely brings on the Kodak look. Alrighty, so let's see. We don't have Chris Wright's car, but it wouldn't have counted anyways. Anyways, number 07 doesn't count. It looks cool, but it doesn't count. Number 7, on the other hand, it's alright. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best. So it gets a B tier for me. But number 8, S tier. Easy S tier for me. You can't go wrong with that special paint scheme. Let's move it up ahead of the Ernie Irvan throwback. Because, yeah, I love that font, and that paint scheme is, yeah, it's lit, man. Number 9 of Ross Chastain. As much as I like Ross Chastain, it doesn't count. And this is probably the first time I actually didn't want to see Ross Chastain win a race. Crazy, isn't it? Considering that I actually like Ross Chastain. I usually root for him, but no. This time I was rooting for the throwback cars. Let's see, number 9, number 10, Daniel Dye. An S tier. Because it is based on, yeah, you guessed it, Adam Petty's car. And if you know about NASCAR history, he's the same kind of driver that, well, got killed with a basilar skull fracture in, well, the New Hampshire race in 2000, which was pretty sad, by the way. Well, I'm not the right kind of person to talk about it, but it's a nice tribute to Adam Petty. Number 11, Josh Williams. Yeah, U.S. Army car gets an A tier. Yeah, it looks good, but looks kind of more like a Regan Smith throwback than a Joe Nemechek throwback. Although another driver ran Pontiac car in 2003. I can't remember who it is. Alright, let's see. Number 10. Number 14. Let's see if the car throws back to anything. The camera's battery died when I tried to look up who was throwing back to, and yeah, like, I actually did look at the scheme again, and guess what? He's throwing back to Terry Labonte, but it's not one of his more well-known cars. It's the number 14 car that he used to race with before he raced with the Kellogg's car. Yeah, the more recognizable Kellogg's car. Yeah, it's not the best Terry Labonte throwback scheme, but I still rank it as a high A tier. Okay, number 16 doesn't count. Christian Eckes' car doesn't count. I mean, come on. You could have thrown back to one of AJ Allmendinger's Red Bull cars. But you decided to sit out throwbacks. Number 17 of Chase Elliott. Now, this is going to be a tricky one as his car is technically a throwback scheme on its own since it's based on Brian Vickers' car, but it's also their main scheme, so it kind of doesn't count. But number 18, S tier. Now, this is a car that dominated the Xfinity Series back in the day. Kyle Busch used to, win races with the NOS number 18 car. So it's based on number 18 NOS car, but they can't get the NOS sponsorship because Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has it. Number 19 car of Christopher Bell. It's pretty cool, but I would give it an A tier. It throws back to his sprint car days, but it's still a good looking scheme though. Number 20 of Brandon Jones definitely gets an S tier. It's based on the Matt Kenseth car in 2013. And it's the one that actually won the race. Yeah, no Home Depot on the back, but it's still a good looking scheme. And here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the same car that its throwback scheme is based on also appeared in Gran Turismo 6 as Polyphony Digital, still had a licensing deal with NASCAR at the time. So yeah, that's why NASCAR cars appeared in Gran Turismo 5 and Gran Turismo 6. And even with Gran Turismo 6, they started adding in the Gen 6 cars. And nowadays, with Gran Turismo 7, there's no NASCAR cars, even though they could make this as an opportunity to try to work something out with iRacing, the current rights holder to NASCAR games, and try to have NASCAR cars appear in that game. I mean, Forza has an next-gen car appear, but I want to see some NASCAR racing cars appear in Gran Turismo 7. Yeah, more so than any LM Hypercar or GT3 racing car. But anyways, number 21 doesn't count, which is disappointing. This one hurts for me because Austin Hill could have thrown back to Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick's Coast Guard car. I mean, imagine how cool that would be. Austin Hill throwing back to Kevin Harvick's car that, nearly ruined the Busch series, but still a good thing to throw back to. If you haven't known already, Kevin Harvick nearly ruined the Busch series in 2006, and this whole bushwhacker trend was so bad that by 2012, NASCAR had to do something about it. So yeah. Number 25 of Harrison Burton. Now, this one is an S tier. I actually like it more than Sammy Smith's car. It throws back to one of my favorite cars from my childhood. The Citgo number 99 car of Jeff Burton. And I also got this one on my birthday cake. So yeah, this car definitely holds a special place in my heart. The car that it's based on. Not only because it appeared on a birthday cake, but it's also appeared in NASCAR Thunder 2004. I played that game a lot. It definitely holds a special place in my heart, alongside the number 5. The number 5 car that you're going to see tomorrow. Number 26. Yeah, it looks great. It's an S tier. Another Jamie McMurray throwback. It doesn't have the Irwin Tool sponsorship, but it looks good. Number 27, S tier. And why is that, you might ask? Because that car that he's throwing back to, that car that Jeb Burton's throwing back to, is actually based on that same car that Burt Ward, I know his name's not Burt Ward, but I did give him the nickname because it sounds similar to Burt Ward, aka Ward Burton, raced in back in 1994, because that's when the whole tire war with Hoosier and Goodyear is going on, and it's one of the few cars in NASCAR to run with Hoosier tires instead of Goodyear. So yeah, there was a tire war going on with Goodyear and Hoosier, and you all know what happened. Number 28, this one is an S tier for me. Yeah, it sits right below the Harrison Burton throwback. Because it's based on Ricky Rudd's Havoline car. Yeah, it looks good. It's not my favorite, though, and you're going to see what my favorite is. Number 31 doesn't count. Looks good, but doesn't count. Number 39, I actually like the take on a reverse Dale Jarrett car. So it gets an S tier for that. It gets a low S tier for that. Not the correct colors, but it still looks amazing. Number 41, and this one is definitely one of my personal faves of the throwback tree, S tier. Yeah, the grass is a nice touch. It's based on one of Kurt Busch's cars. And the number 44 car, oh man, this one, you would not believe it. I was going to pick the number 8 Three Doors Down throwback car, but this one took me by surprise. It is the car that is my all-time, one of my all-time favorite throwback cars, my favorite one of 2025, aside from another car that you're going to see tomorrow. Yeah, it gets an S tier. Yeah, and in case you're wondering, it's Brennan Poole's Looney Tunes throwback, and amazing. It didn't win the race, but it is still my favorite throwback car, and oh man, I love the Looney Tunes theme going on. Yeah, so they didn't get the rights to use Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd, but it's still great though. Yeah, and I do like the whole effort of Brennan Poole being drawn in the Looney Tunes style. It adds to the car. And all the logos. Man, like, the car really looks great. And I wish I had a die cast of it. It looks cool. It really looks cool. Like, oh my god. Golly. Number 45, well, it's a low S tier for me. This would have been better. I would have better off seeing this car on seeing this car at 2311. But the throwback, the number 45 throwback, still alright. It's still good. It still looks good. They got the details down, but it would have been better suited for Bubba Wallace's car. I mean, you got Noble, which, yeah, should have been on Bubba Wallace's car as Go Bulls. Like, Go Chicago Bulls. That would have been amazing, but oh well. Number 48, well, it's an S tier because it's based on a Bobby Unser car. And it's rare that you actually see IndyCar schemes in NASCAR. You see, yeah, I saw the Joseph Newgar and Joey Logano car, and it actually looks good. So yeah, number 51, I do believe that is Jeremy Clements' car. S tier. It gets an S tier. Right there with the Ernie Irvan throwback, because it's a Squall Bandit throwback. You can't have cigarette sponsorships nowadays, but still looks great in my opinion. Number 54 doesn't count. Number 70, oh man, S tier. Yeah, it is an S tier for me, and I actually own the diecast of the original car that's based on. It's based on the Nesquik car that Scott Riggs used to run, and I think it did pretty well. Yeah, I collected a bunch of NASCAR diecasts back in the day, and I still do. But anyways, number 71, I don't think that counts, unless if I am wrong there. Let me see. Well, it's based on it's a throwback car, so it counts, but it's B tier for me. Yeah, I get that it's based on a quarter midget, but it's not the most memorable one, in my opinion. So yeah. And I do have more throwbacks to show that sadly don't appear on this list, so let's get them all, shall we? Stop. Yep, I missed one. It's Anthony Alfredo's number 42 car. That represents the number 40 silver bullet that Sterling Marlin ran with. And S tier, it's an S tier for me. One of my this probably might be my second favorite one, because Sterling Marlin's silver bullet is iconic, and it's also one of my personal favorite cars from my childhood. Even though I didn't drink beer back then, but I now drink Coors though. And it's also the car that Jamie McMurray won in after Sterling Marlin had to sit out the season due to an injury. Yeah, it's not listed in the schemes, but it looks good. And the WeatherTech car from Connors Village is yeah, S tier. It's based on one of Buddy Barker's car. And I actually do like what they did with the WeatherTech logo. Yeah, let's see if they see if the number 91 is based on anything. No, I don't think it is. So it doesn't count. But the number 99, yeah, it does count though. S tier. I mean, it looks great. It's one of my favorite throwback scenes in 2025. I like the attention to detail of the XI batteries logo, the number where it's supposed to be, even though I don't mind the next gen number placement. That's just my opinion though. And it looks phenomenal. Even though it doesn't look nearly as great as Harrison Burton's throwback. That's my opinion though. It still looks good, and Matty D definitely did do yeah, it definitely did do a great job of it. So far, the Xfinity series is dominating with throwbacks, but the Cup series also has some good throwbacks to show to you. So yeah, this is my tier ranking of Xfinity throwbacks, and feel free to check out last year's race if you want to. And you know the drill by now. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.